Yo, let me get it together. Let me get it together. Hey. Do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see, press like. Drop a comment. I'm interacting with y'all. And also share this video on your social media platforms. And hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop something new. This is Stico the Podcast. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's go in on this one. Let's just go in. Now, if you're an artist, upcoming artist, what are you using to record your music? And does the equipment matter? Does the computer you're using matter? Does the program you're using, does it matter? You know, it's the atmosphere where you're recording that. You know, what is it? What is it? What are y'all using? That's what I want to know. Because it could help me and maybe I could help you. So let me give you a little backstory how I got into the rap game, right? See, it's not about where you at, but where you going. A lot of people forget that. They feel like, oh, I gotta go ahead and do what the big majors are doing in order for me to be one of the best. But look, pump your brakes, man. Pump your brakes. What I'm saying to you, there is gonna be some times where you have to be logic. You have to be reasonable with yourself, because you know, like I'm gonna say it like I tell my homies, right? When they give me this talk, you know your finances more than anybody else. So whatever you're capable of doing, that's what you know. You got a budget. So let me tell you, before I jump into that, let me tell you what a friend of mine told me. My photographer, he said, "Hey, yo, so I met this one person, right? He loved my photography, so he wanted me to teach him how to do photography." I said, "Yeah, I could teach you, but there's gonna be a fee for that." So what the dude ended up doing was buying the most expensive equipment. And he told him, it ain't about how expensive the equipment is, about teaching you how to work a camera first. And that's so true, right? We gotta teach each other. We gotta work with each other. Don't go out there and buy the most expensive thing just because that's what you think works. Because that's not gonna work. It's, you know, you gotta have the vision. You gotta know how to place it, all that good stuff. But look, let's go back to, you know, where we started at. So when I first started recording my first record, my first song, I remember back in the days, I had a homegirl of mine that took me to the studio. I just looked around. You know, the guy that you know was doing music, he kind of didn't give me no insight. It was basically like, do your thing, bro. Do your thing and keep it moving kind of vibe. But you know, as time went on, I met this artist here in GP, and he had a setup in his apartment. It was a real simple setup. All I saw was a microphone stand with a mic, a few things behind it, like, you know, looks like cloth, maybe to block the noise, you know, a regular computer, and an old school speaker. I'm talking about one of them. Remember back in the days, you had the CDs at the speaker box, just a speaker. And then, and I remember this program called Sonar, and I was like, okay, well, what are we doing here? I'm like, man, this is an apartment. This is where we're recording at. Like, this don't make no sense. So I was expecting like a cold setup in this apartment, but it wasn't. It was just, you know, a little cool little setup. And when I tell you this record was mixed so clean, I'm telling you, it hit every thump, every bass, every noise, every vocal. It was perfect. And I was like, yo, what is going on here? Like, am I tripping? I thought that for the longest that you have to be in a big studio setup. So I went back to the crib, right? I told my brother, you know, hey, Prestige Worldwide, me and my brother, you know? Not step brothers, real brothers. But I told my brother, I was like, hey, yo, I'm thinking about getting into this rap game. And I think I got it down. I mean, I really do got it figured out. All we need is a Sonar program, some speakers, a computer, and a microphone, and we on. He was like, what are you talking about? I said, man, you gotta come through next time. So I brought my brother, I bring my brother to the apartment, to the homie's apartment. And then I said, just watch and see what he does. And whatever you could pick up, pick it up. If you can't, you know, I'm gonna ask him later on, don't worry about it. Just watch him. So my brother's just peeping game, right? He's just watching it, right? He's just watching the whole vibe. He's like, okay, cool. So we go back And then, you know, I'm telling him, hey, look, man, this is what I'm thinking. You know, you could be the person mixing it. I'll be the rapper. You know, let's go ahead and go Guitar Center, grab the equipment. And that's exactly what we did. We didn't know, you know, the sonar program. We didn't know about microphones. We didn't know about mics. We didn't know about computer. We just said, just grabbed it, right? And then, you know, as time went on, we get an idea how they're working in the, you know, how they're doing the music in the apartment. My brother's picking it up. And then my brother says, you know what? I'm gonna take it to another level. I'm gonna go ahead and go down to Sound Lab. You know, I think it's a different name now. So he learned how to mix and master records like crazy. So I was like, yo, that's it. That's it. That's all it took. So, and then, you know, good thing about it, him going down to Sound Lab, I got to experience some of the big studio. And of course, some of the big studio pushing this a whole different vibe. But you gotta have the paper, you gotta have the moolah, you gotta have the cash, you gotta have the dinero in order to record these big studios. And it's not cheap. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna come out of grip. So, long story short, we do all that to say this. Lupe Fiasco just recorded a full album with Cubase and a mic and a computer. What's going on here? So back in the days, were we ahead of the time? Or had these artists been doing it low key but never could say anything about it? Because for the longest, I'm telling y'all, I always thought that you have to record in the big major studio with the biggest engineer in the game. But it's not like that. It's not like that. So when I saw Lupe Fiasco, you know, come out with, you know, record a whole album like that, I was like, yo, this is different. This is different in a good way. So, upcoming artists, if you're an artist coming up in the game, I'm just letting you know now, you don't have to go to the big studios if you know a person that knows how to mix your records to the T. If they know how to mix it, you in, you good. Trust me when I say that. Most of my records, I record them here, and Lucky Genius is the one mixing them. My brother touches them up. I'm telling you that at the end of the day, you got to think about it like this. If you're an upcoming artist just trying to get in the game, don't go out there and spend all your money on the most expensive equipment, for one. Second, you know, have a little bit of a budget. Yes, you know, the equipment don't have to be the most expensive, but it also have to be the most cheapest. It could be right in the middle. If you can know somebody that knows to mix and master your records at a good price, go with them. But you could also learn the things yourself. And that's the key. Willing to learn yourself. So, it's up to y'all. You could go to the major studios or you can record in your own place. It really depends on y'all. Y'all let me know in the comment what is it that y'all do. It's an artist coming up. Are you recording at the comfort at your own home, or you going to the studio? What do you feel like works for you? But whatever works for you, stick with it and keep going. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see, press like. Drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Because trust me, I'm interacting with y'all. Also, share this video on your social media platform and hit the notification bell. And always, always remember, visit the website, r2drec.com. And don't forget, have peace in your heart, have faith, and never give up. All right, 1.